Jason, I suppose Gloucester go into this semi-final in very good spirits after a really impressive finish to the game against Quins on Saturday.
Yeah, we had a pretty positive performance. Looking back on sort of the past month we've had, I guess we've had a few ups and downs. Sort of not to sound as sort of cliche as possible, but it's been we've had a lot of hard work to do, and we've I guess at times made things difficult for ourselves. So to put the performance we did out in the field against Quins, especially that second half, we're taking a lot of confidence out of that. But this Falcons side, they're going to come down here firing. We've played them, twice now, and they've been really tough both times. So we're expecting another big game, another big physical game.
What's going to make the difference?
Just I think for us, sticking to our game plan, ball retention, just taking them through phases. I think that second half against Quins, when we did hang on to the ball and we sort of broke them down. When we do that as a team, I think we're as good as anyone. That's when we play our best rugby. So just not really forcing too much, not sort of going off script, and just trying to do those individual magic type things, just sticking to our guns really. And as I said, if we can build some phases, that's how we build pressure as a team, and then those opportunities open up.
But on a personal level, having been injured for the Exeter game, you must have been very happy with your performance against Quins. Scored a try, and key contribution to Jake Pledger's as well. Yeah,
unfortunately copped a bit of a knock on the head during the week, so failed the IHA, so I was out with concussion. So to get back in the squad, and obviously for the sun to be shining and the track to be a bit firmer than what we thought it was going to be. It was a pretty expensive game, so it was definitely an enjoyable game, that one.
What do the drying conditions mean? Because obviously Gloucester, sort of were above Harlequins in the fitness stakes on Saturday. So in some ways, keeping the pitch damp could actually work in your favour. But I suppose you want a fast track, don't you?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Having played against Gloucester before, one of the things we spoke about a lot during the week in the build-up to that game was about the pitch being quite boggy and slow, and Gloucester being used to that, and then obviously being on this side of the fence, you do want a dry track because the ball players that we've got and the speed out wide, and some of the big fellas that like Jake that likes to carry the ball. We sort of want to play with the ball in hand and play high tempo footy. So it's a bit sort of hit and miss. I guess we'll just sort of adapt to the conditions as we go.
Yeah, I suppose that's what you've got to do. How do you rate Newcastle's backline, because their threats seem to be out wide?
Yeah, they've got a good 10. He's got a good head on his shoulders. The good defensive midfield, and as you said, their attacking threats out wide are some of the best in the league. So as a back division, we're going to be on our game defensively this week.
I suppose just hope that you get more ball to work with than they do. Is that the easiest way to stop them?
Yeah, exactly. If we can, as I said, if we can hang on to the ball and take them through phases and sort of starve them of possession, then it'll take sort of a bit more stress off our D. If we like we've sort of done in the past, turn the ball over quite a lot, and having to defend a number of phases, then that does sort of start to put a bit of pressure on your D. So I think for us, obviously be physical in the contact, make our one-on-one tackles, especially with their attacking threats out wide, and then I think if we can hang on to the ball and sort of stress their attack out a bit, I think it could work in our favour.
I'm sure nobody's dreaming of winning the competition just yet, but how big is the motivation to get to a final in your first season here? Yeah,
it's pretty big. It's knockout footy. It's it sort of doesn't matter whether it's sort of Europe or the Prem or the LV Cup. You sort of get to the later stages of the tournaments, and you start getting into knockout footy. It obviously makes it quite exciting. So the boys were in good spirits when we went up to Connacht, and had a close one up there. And it's as I said, knockout footy. It's exciting time. So there's a few smiles around the place, but we know that we've got a fairly big job coming up this Friday.